All right, Shalawam. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, RAWCHAA QADASH. Double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalawam, Lord will, this lesson is edifying. Okay? Now, this lesson is going into the charagma, all right, the CHIP, all right, the marcus, okay, the grain of rice, the MICROCHIP, that these Edomites, and when I say Edomites, meaning the so-called white man, the people who rule over the earth in these last days, all right, that these Edomites are going to want inside you. And through that CHIP, that will be your way of purchasing, your way of making payments, your way of buying and selling, okay? And that's what I want to go into. Now, there's plenty of articles going into the CHIP, you know, and it being used to make purchases, okay? And we know that we see these articles going into what? Central bank digital currencies, all right? The digital dollar, digital this, digital that, okay? Articles going into what? Cashless societies, okay? Let's actually pull up this article that I NPR. Let's see what they come up that I usually bring out, right? Okay. NPR.org, it says thousands of Swedes are inserting, you see the word, under their skin. All right. Now it says technology continues to get closer and closer to our bodies, from the phones in our pockets to the smartwatches on our wrists. Now for some people, it's getting under their skin, and that's going into what? That gradualism, step by step, stage by stage, you know. And that's what Esau Edom, the so-called white man, does. The scripture say in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us if we are not ignorant of his devices. And a part of Esau Edom, the so-called white man's devices, is gradualism and conditioning. All right. Now, like I said, technology continues to get closer and closer to our bodies. You know, you always have your phone, right? And you now what? You can pay with your phone. All right. You got the the watches. You could pay with the smart watches, okay? But now the technology they're gonna want inside you, man, going into what? The CHIP, that charagma, okay? All roads lead to the CHIP, and now that's going into that gradualism. But you also have conditioning, because everybody is being conditioned to use less and less cash, man. All right, contactless payments, digital payments, mobile payments, okay? Paying through the phone, like I said, paying through the phone, paying through, you know, the smartwatches, paying even online, you know. Everybody's being conditioned to use less and less cash. Hence, the article is going to what? Cashless societies. And let's see, can I find one? Oh, right. And I usually bring these two articles out because they go together very well, okay? Now, this is Sweden.se. It says in Sweden, technology is close to making cash a thing of the past. See? Cash a thing of the past. Other articles going to what? Cash becoming extinct. Cash may no longer be king. You know? All aboard with what? The cashless societies. Okay? Like I said, the CHIP, all right, will be used, well, basically, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is going to want this CHIP inside you, and you will use, all right, the CHIP will be used to pay cashlessly, okay? People will make purchases, payments, all right, cashlessly through this CHIP that they're going to want, all right, inside you, okay? Now, when you drop down in the article, and I'm going to get the precepts, and I'm quoting some, okay? Right here, it says, handy payments, literally. To some people, the cashless experience is more than skin deep. They've got a what? There it is, that charagma, the CHIP, the marcus. All right, in their hand, which can keep that in mind, in their hand, okay? In their hand, which can store different kinds of data, from ID to door opening blips, train tickets, and even bank cards. This makes it possible to pay by simply waving the hand. Pay by simply waving the hand. Okay? Now let's get it in the scriptures. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a marcus in their right hand or in their foreheads. In their right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into that word, all right, marcus, the Greek word is charagma, which go into a scratch, etching thing, carved, sculptured, graven. Okay? Because these devils are going to have to basically go into your flesh. All right? Pierce, into your flesh. And the scriptures speak about that in the book of Isaiah chapter 36. And let's go get that. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6. Actually, I don't want it on there. It's low and slow anyway. This is Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6, and here's what it says. It says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. And we know America, which is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon. Okay, when you read Revelation 11 and 8, the scriptures say the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. America is a spiritual Egypt. You look at the back of the dollar, you have the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, right? You have the Washington Monument, which is basically an Egyptian obelisk. Okay, and you have Memphis, Tennessee, which, if I'm not mistaken, Memphis is a city in Egypt. Okay, and that's the point. America, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, is a spiritual Egypt. And what nation of people is linked to the daughter of Babylon? When you go to the book of Psalms, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 7. It says, remember, O Lord, YAHAWASHI, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be, thou what it didst, thou served us. And that's the point. The children of Edom are the ones that are linked to the daughter of Babylon, which is America, which is what? The spiritual Egypt. Okay? And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, we see these things that's taking place in the earth. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, he's the one, that's orchestrating these things. Really, all right, it's YAHAWASHI, okay? But on earth, we know that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, basically he's doing, everybody on earth does the will of the Lord, even the wicked. Like the scriptures say in the book of Psalms, arise, O YAHAWASHI, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You see? Okay? But that's the point. Now, going back to Isaiah chapter 36, all right? Because like I said, you go into that word marcus in the Greek word is charagma, which go into a scratch, etching thing, carved, sculpture, graven. Because, all right, your flesh is going to have to be, all right, cut or pierced into. So this Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6, it says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. All right, America is a spiritual Egypt. Whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and what? And pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, is the new Pharaoh. Okay, and we know that we're going to have, all right, there's going to be Israelites. All right, Israelites meaning who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's going to trust in Esau. That's going to trust, in your oppressor. That's going to trust in your enemy. And you're going to end up receiving this CHIP, all right, which is going to lead to your destruction, man. And I'm going to get into that. All right. So let's read this one more time. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a marcus in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the marcus or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, once again, all right, the time is coming where people are going to purchase, all right, make payments, buy and sell cashlessly through this charagma, through this CHIP, this MICROCHIP, this grain of rice that they're going to want inside you, man. This is coming, okay? Now, going to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, because I was reading in Isaiah 36, how it went into the charagma. It will go into his hand and pierce it. Once again, you're going to have Israelites that's going to trust in Egypt, that's gonna trust in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and then they're gonna it's gonna lead them into taking the charagma, but it's gonna lead to their destruction. And I want to read this, okay? The judgment for those that receive it. It says in Revelation chapter 14 verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his markings in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, YAHAWAH bahasham, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. That's the point, okay? Those people that receive the CHIP, all right, are going to be destroyed, man. And we know that destruction is going to come by way of what? The missiles, because the missiles is what's going to bring forth that fire, okay? Now, knowing that, okay, the missiles is what's going to bring forth that fire, I want to go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 22. Because a way that you're going to have these Israelites that's going to trust in Egypt, that's going to trust in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, like the scripture say in the book of Isaiah, I'm pretty sure the 31st chapter, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. Because the times that we're coming into, the times of Jacob's trouble, all right, famine, destruction, okay, all right, famine, okay, destruction, all right, death, judgment, okay. And I want to zero in on famine. When you go into the definition of famine, famine means the extreme scarcity of food, all right. Now,